This is Talk Off. Talk Off, it is a podcast where three of us, Ranu,
Datta,
and Vinci.
we sit down and catch up what we have been up to, discuss things that we discovered, and share our personal story and anything and everything in between. What do you have been up to, Vinci?
My life is still the same as my last update. I'm still busy with hospital life and seeing patients every day. And I took 1 day leave because I felt like I was so tired and I really wanted to. So I took 1 day leave, and then I got a text in the group saying you'll have to submit a medical certificate for that and this and that.
what did you do about that?
I did not reply, and then the next day they forgot about it. Then the day after they're like, you need a medical certificate, and I said I had migraine and I knew what was to be done. I didn't go to a hospital, I didn't see a doctor, I didn't have a certificate. Then they're like, okay, go talk to the HOD. I went to the HOD, I told her the same thing, and she was like, okay, fine. Then I had to go back to the mom and tell her. She said okay, and she said okay then.
Okay, so basically you can't even take 1 day.
No, so it's like this. Okay, every month we have to work one Sunday as a compulsion. So I've already done that. Even after that, I can't take 1 day off.
Okay.
It's like you
it's
keep
fun.
working.
I thought you're allowed at least for
3 days.
4. I thought 4 days.
No, at least I thought 3 days.
No.
Oh.
In another hospital that my friend is working, there if you take 1 day, then there will be extension of 2 days. And in some hospitals I've heard for 1 day it'll be for 3 days. So at least ours is better. It's just 1 day, 1 day. But it's hard to get relief. And it's just constant working. There's no end to it. Like it's just like the rat in a wheel. You're just going on doing everything, doing your best in your day, and then home. Even the sleep is not enough. It's just like very tiring, and it never gets done. And I don't know. I don't have time for anything else.
But okay, so if in this hospital, right, you'll be changing your hospital next month, and if you have the extension, then will you start late in the next hospital?
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Then how to do that? Like tell them that you'll be starting like 1 week later or something like that.
Yeah, you'll have to inform your other hospital and tell them, hey, I have extension at this hospital, so I'll be joining late. And if they're allowed, they're allowed. If they don't, I don't know. But I think they will, because in every hospital they have this rule, so extension is everywhere.
Okay.
And that's my life. And it's like, even there, even when you're trying to do your best, some people they just want to ruin your day. Like they'll just keep telling you things, not in a good way, not in a like big sister way. Some people will be there who'll try to put you down. They'll just say mean things to hurt you. And the first time I heard it, I felt very bad. But later I think I just realized that's how it works. Like for everyone, not just me, even my friends have to go through it. So everyone has to go through it. And I don't know, I feel like the only solution for this is to become a better human.
Okay.
Like for your juniors or for the next generation of internees. I don't know.
Okay. And what about this?
Like, did you have any specific incidents? Like, if it was bad?
I have a lot in mind, but I'll tell you one that is haunting me recently. So that was one of the staff there told me I wouldn't become a good physiotherapist because I'm very slow, I don't talk loud, and I am not very active, according to her, which I don't know. I'm trying to do my best here, okay? I want the patients to have the best quality treatment because the hospital I'm working is very expensive. Like what I'm doing to them will cost them a lot of bucks. So I want them to get the best. So I'm always trying to do my best, but it's like she told me that like on my face in front of everyone, the patient, all the staff in the department. She told me you're not
In front of the patients.
in front of the patient. She told me like you're not going to become a good physiotherapist if you're like this. You need to be more commanding. You need to be more active. And it was not a helpful critique or anything. Okay, it's just
Yeah, it will keep ringing in your head. I think it's very wrong. wrong
But
to
it's
say
very
that.
wrong. Okay, it's wrong to say it, and even more wrong to do it in front of everybody.
Yeah, and
especially
patience.
patients.
Exactly.
It's not just my story, okay? Even my friends there have gone through the same. Some have even gone through worse. Like, the staff, she asked my other friend, she's like, why are you like this? Like, what is the reason behind you being like this? Like, what? Why would you say that? Imagine if it's someone who's really going through something. Like,
I have the same incident when I was in my sixth standard. Okay, like one of the teacher, like I used to never like that subject, so I used to like bunk, like and but I do good in finals. But then what happened? I don't remember what it was the day what I did, but then she punished me, and I was like doing whatever punishment she gave me. And then she comes to me and she said, you know what, you are never gonna like do good in your life, you are never gonna complete your studies, and you're like your life is gonna be bad. It always used to ring in my head, even though I used to get good mark, okay, but I always say, what if I don't never complete my studies, what if I like whatever she said. And it always been like what did I do, she saw it on me. And you know what, in my head I was a kid, so I feel like she must saw something on me that make her say that, like I don't know what is it, okay, but I feel like I am a bad person, there's something in me, it's not gonna take me a good life in the future. You know what, sometimes I feel like if I go back, I want to meet her, or like I feel like I want to show her that I studied and I'm gonna be a good, I'm like that. She really told me, you're never gonna complete your study, you're like that. And for me, I feel like a teacher or a staff should never say that. Even a parents.
They should know how to put it, Like, okay,
No,
if they feel like
yeah.
you're weak, there should be a way to put it. Not say
Yeah.
like, oh, you're weak, you're gonna ruin your life. there's no
Yeah, and you're
future.
not gonna be a good physiotherapist. You don't have the right to say that. And I feel like a teacher or a staff, we look up to them, right? Like we
Yeah.
see them, and when they tell you that, you feel like something is wrong on me,
Yeah,
and it's really
yeah.
wrong.
I had this when I was in my 11th,
Yeah.
and the school was really strict, okay, and they were also mean, like they were infamously mean people there, okay, and it was my first term, my first sessionals, and I didn't do good, okay, and I did very well in 10th, right, so my parents would be expecting me to do well even in the 11th, so we went there to get my results, and this one teacher, so we have to wait in line and to get the results, okay, so somebody who was standing before me, he did really good, like he's a topper or something, and I was standing behind him, so obviously I did bad, so it's gonna be
Different,
it's
yeah.
gonna be not good compared to his, right? So the teacher, he looked at my results and he told my dad, you should stop her education, you should stop. Parents to my dad, yeah, you should stop her education, this is waste, your money is going waste, I know you're working hard and you're like putting your money into fire, okay, and it didn't stop there. He said like I'll tell you what she's good for, like take her to the street and make her sell the clothes or something.
That is too
it was
bad.
so bad.
How
And
can you?
he kept on going to trash me all
Like,
all
how
the
do
way.
you decide, okay, today I'm going to speak this? Like,
Yeah, to this person, or how can even you say that? Who are you
For a
to say
bad
that?
result.
Exactly.
For a bad result.
And I want to understand, like, what they think themselves. They are seeing our future.
and the thing is, like, how can you say it to your parents?
Yeah.
Because they also have kids. Like, how will they take it when this teacher
Exactly.
tells that
And you know
about
what?
the
Sometimes I
child?
used to think the teacher, they think their kids are best.
No,
or
they
like
do.
that.
The teachers in that school, they think their kids are like too good. They come and they brag about them, and all of them are, happen to be somebody who got into medical schools or like got scholarships. And I don't know why.
But you
Unfortunately,
know what? I feel they don't see their kid from the other side. Maybe they are seeing the only part that okay, but you don't know what their kids are doing also. And I don't know, but it's really bad. How can she, tell her parents, right?
Exactly.
And
I
how
filled
will
with
your
tears.
dad will feel? Okay, you felt bad, let it
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
Your dad will, if it was my dad, he will, I think, sit and think like, okay, like, like what if it's really like I'm putting my money waste on my
Yeah,
daughter.
but then also think, okay, when if my dad would hear it, maybe he'll get angry, okay?
Yeah, he
but
will.
then later he'll realize like this is too much. I know that this is not true because no one's going to think, okay, my daughter is good for nothing. I'll make it herself.
No, not the sending clothes. Not sending
No, I
the
think the
clothes, but
father
then
will also be mad at the teacher
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
saying
no,
that.
he
Yeah.
was. Okay,
Yeah.
he was like, this is the first result. He was defending me. He said like, this is the first term. Like, she didn't even get the chance to prove herself,
Yeah.
and she's still settling in. And this environment is very different than my school, right? And it takes a long time, like, to settle in. And the difference in the structure of the schools were really different. Like, it was taking time for me to
adjust, yeah.
adapt to the new thing. And I my parents know that, right? Like, I'm struggling through this, so that's why they will defend me. But
Yeah.
maybe if it's somebody who do not,
Yeah,
even
get
the
it,
parents
then-
who don't get it, or like if I don't go and tell my parents like, oh, this is getting tough for me, that's why it's showing up in my results, then they would not defend me like that, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, there
that's
will
true.
be parents who will not be supporting and will take it to my heart. And
Yeah.
actually, I hated how, he tried to, not just me, even my parents, right? Like, what are you doing? Like, aren't you looking after her
Yeah.
in that way? And
And
it was
seriously,
really bad.
teachers should be like, I feel like a school, like where we are, like especially school, I know, right? It's our second home type of thing that, like, we look up, like, whatever teacher, I think they should be very careful.
And it was constant. It wasn't a one-time thing. Like, every time I would go and my results would be a little bit not how they would expect. It's bad. And then, but after a while, my parents just understood, okay, you go in, you take whatever they have to throw at you, like their anger issues, they will take it out on parents, and then that's it. And not one, all of them. And all the parents. Not like, it's not like, okay, you did well. They'll try to bring up something. Like, okay, you're doing good, but your character is not good. Like, he's hanging out with a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Something for everybody. It was not good.
I remember one of the teachers told to my mom for my second sister that I think your daughter is crazy. I think you should take her to the hospital, like, and then it's too funny. If she's crazy, why would she come to school, right? Like, she's
like,
all
why
mentally
would you say
affected.
that? Imagine us, okay?
I
We
mean-
became teachers.
Yeah.
How would you say that to
Exactly.
anyone? Like another human being.
That's why, what, I always don't want to become a teacher. Like, from so long. Maybe now I'm thinking about it, like, I want to teach. But then,
You want to teach?
like, now it's like kind of, actually I look like, see my mom, right? I mentioned name, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
So, like, see my mom, right? I really like what she work, and I feel like I want to do whatever she's doing. I feel like, she teach, she'd have her clinic. I want to do multiple stuff. I feel like she never get bored, and I feel like if I do like her, I will not get bored.
And she's good at it.
And she's good at it, and she do it from her bottom of her heart. So,
Teaching. I
yeah.
was using Facebook, and I just stumbled upon her account. It just popped up, okay? And I opened it, and I'm going through her feed. I see like hundreds and hundreds of like Happy Teachers Day and happy birthdays. Like, for years, it's just that on her feed, okay?
Yeah, she's teaching from 25 years.
Like she told us like wherever she goes, all the knows her name, and it looks like she is.
Yeah, and I like she do it from being very honest till now. Like, I never like there are maybe in my school, okay, but then she do her work from bottom of her heart.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
shows.
she's like because she's doing it because like she is earning or something. She do it because she love it. And she do it by give her all effort, and she don't get tired of doing it. And she said that she also like her clinic. She like whatever the patient that she meet, and when she see them improving. So I wish I'll be like that. Like, I'll do whatever I want to do, something that I would like to, and multiple stuff together, so I don't get bored. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking right now, like, but before I used to always don't want to be a teacher just because of one reason, because I feel like, what if I do whatever the teachers are doing to me? And I feel like that's why I feel like no, I don't want to become a teacher. But I feel like if you really want to become a teacher, then you have to keep a lot of stuff in your mind.
And you have to be very patient.
Very patient.
Very much.
Especially with kids until 12th standard. Okay, like college life is like little bit.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
leave it up to the students.
Yeah. But
to a
then,
certain degree.
but then like till 12th standard, I think you should really be patient.
Yeah, and not all the kids will have the same speed of grasping. So one might get it and the other might not, and then you'll have to keep repeating. That might get you frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my cousins and my sister are like they teach, okay, and then always in my cousins and my sister, they teach, okay, and then I always think like, what if they are doing what other teachers did? It's always in my head because they also faces like these kind of problem when we used to be in school. But I feel like what if they are too mad and they do? I really be very scared. I wish like they are not doing. Maybe they might also do it unconsciously. Like it's not by yeah. Yeah, that's it.
For me, I have a lot of teachers in my family.
Right?
Oh, I don't.
I have young
Yeah.
teachers, like
Young, even my
cousins.
sisters, yeah, cousins.
But it was not their choice of field. It's just that it's easy. It's easier to get jobs teaching.
Yeah, I
for
think
ladies
even my
especially.
cousins, it's just like easy.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
got it and they got used to it. They start enjoying it
Yeah.
and continued it, and now they've become a full-time teacher.
Yeah, even for my cousin, but they say it's very tiring, very, very, very tiring. But my sister, she do enjoy it. Like she's the one that teacher said like she's mad, she have to take him to the hospital. That sister, she teach, okay, but she enjoyed. Like she said, she spend her time with she teach kids, and she said she like it. And she said sometimes it's very tiring, but she said I do like when she have a holiday for long, and she took a gap. I think 1 year she did that, and she feel like I want to get back to them. Like you see different thing every day. You have to teach them. Yeah.
But it is a thing. When you love what you do, it's different. Like I've met few people who actually love what they're doing. Okay, so their hobby will also be their work. Okay, so in their free time, they'll be doing their hobby, but that'll help their work. So that way they get better at the
Yeah,
thing that
exactly.
they're working on.
Yeah, even my cousins and my sister including, okay, you know what they do? They do a lot of different activity. They do go buy gifts, like it's not compulsory, okay, but then they do wanna, like, okay, they see something, oh, I want to do it for my my student, even if it's like something that they do it within the family. They feel okay, they can learn from this. Like they try to do different things, and I feel like like because they teach, right, I feel like it's competition also. Oh, you did this, I want to do it also for my student.
Maybe they become more creative like that.
Exactly, and they give different ideas. It's good.
Okay, then that's the end for this episode. We hope to see you again next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to like,
Share
And comment.
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.